Hello. Man, is it hot here tonight. Woo-wee. I'm sitting here just sweating away. I came home a few minutes ago. It was like 10:15 in the evening, and it's still hot despite the hour. Anyways, I was sitting here sweating, and it all of a sudden reminded me of something I remember from my early adolescence. Maybe I was 12 or 13 years old. And see, when I was a kid, we were living in Pennsylvania then, and my mother was an antique dealer and collector, and we used to, every weekend we'd go on these long trips all through the countryside around New York State and Ohio State and all over Pennsylvania, going to these old barn and house auctions, and we'd buy these beat up old pieces of wood and, you know, broken furniture and stuff, and we knew which things were treasures, which things we could, you know, build back together and restore them and turn around and sell them, and or else furnish the house with them as an antique museum almost. Anyways, we was at this old country auction, and there was a station wagon there, and there was this big, huge, fat lady. And she was sitting there with a tailgate down, sitting on the tailgate talking to some lady. And she had this huge thermos of ice water. It's a picnic thermos full of ice water, or a Kool-Aid or some damn thing. And she was saying, "Oh, Jesus," she said, "it's so hot here. I hate the damn heat." And she took a piece of white bread, and she started, "Oh, whoo, boy, is it hot. I hate the heat. Oh." And while she was talking to the lady, she folded the piece of bread over, and she ate it. She started eating it. I mean, that's something I ain't never seen before, and I've never seen since. And I probably should have forgotten it by now, but it was both funny and repulsive. You know, not that we don't, you know, a lot of us, I do, lick the sweat off your face as it's dripping, but you know, you don't, I don't know, you don't squeeze forehead and put it on bread and then fold it over and eat it. That's kind of, food and sweat does not go together, you know. Anyways, I just never forgot that. I would have used a real piece of bread instead of this here snot rag for this video, but I don't have bread in the house. Not that it's against my religion or anything, but because it's been months and months and months since I bought a loaf of bread. You know why? Because bread costs $3 or $4 a loaf, unless you get that cheap shit Bimbo bread. It's a Mexican bakery, and called Bimbo, and even that's a couple bucks a loaf. It's not worth it. I like that bread. All right, I like to eat bread with you know, like whole wheat or 8 whole grain, you know. But you know, you can't fool me. I know damn well that doesn't really have, you know, it has fiber in it, yeah. You know why? You know why it has fiber and it's kind of brownish in color? Well, this is a secret. You don't have to believe me if you don't want to, but they put sawdust in it. They take cheap flour and they cut it with sawdust. Yeah, you get your fiber all right, but you're also eating sawdust. You're eating wood, essentially. Take my word for it, I know. Anyways, bread costs too damn much money. Anyways, bread costs too much money. And you ever look on a loaf of bread where it says nutritional information, and it says how many slices of bread make one serving, and it's usually some exaggerated amount, like 6 to 8 slices of bread make one serving, and you're supposed to eat 3 servings a day, so 6 to 8 slices of bread times 3. I mean, you know what would happen to you if you ate, let's see, I don't know, 8 times 3 is 24 slices of bread all day. First of all, you wouldn't have any room for better food and more nutritional food. Second of all, your entire intestines would be just packed with bread dough. You know what I mean? It would just lay down there and just stop you all up, and you'd have to drink hot coffee to push it all out of you, break it all up with that hot liquid, push it all out of you, or else you'd be constipated. And I have enough problems already. I don't need constipation. You know what I used to do when I was a kid? I used to come home from school and they had kiddie shows like, Gene Autry movies or cartoon shows with old cartoons or the Three Stooges or something, and I'd get myself a snack. I'd go to the kitchen and I'd get, a big stack of white bread and I'd eat all the crust off of it. And then I'd take all those squares of bread and I'd push them down, and compress them. And sometimes I'd take a volume of the encyclopedia, the World Book Encyclopedia. I put it on the floor and put the bread on top of it and put another volume on top of it and I'd stand on it with all my weight to pack that bread down into it. Real hard. I call them bread wads. That was my afternoon snack, bread wads. And I'd have, I'd sit there just gnawing on the bread wad. I don't know, when you're a little kid you can get away with stuff like that without getting constipated too much. Anyways, I don't have a problem with constipation, except if I don't eat and there's nothing in me, I can't shit. But that's a personal problem, right? Anyways, that's about it for tonight, okay? That's more than enough personal information. And I want to thank you for enjoying, and I know you enjoyed this episode of the Smerdley Show. And I want you all, God bless you all, and sleep tight, and good night, and don't let the maggots bite, and fear not these long hours of darkness, for a supreme being watches over on high.